And welcome to another video. So today our question is, what is pseudocode? Now pseudo means fake, and code means an algorithm. So pseudocode is basically like Python, right? The coding program Python. Pseudocode is basically that, but in your own language. Here is basically pseudocode. Alright. Basically, since it's pseudocode means fake code, it's basically Python, but you make it on your own. Alright. Let's make a pseudocode for condition where if someone is 18 plus, they can drive a car. If someone is 18 minus, they can drive a car. Right. So we write begin. Sorry, begin. These should all be in capital letters. All right. Now begin isn't mentioned in your book, but it is a good practice to write begin because in all of your pseudocode you have to write begin. Right. All right. Next, we give some space. This space is called indentation. Right. It must be there so that like we know that after begin this will happen, right? So we write output, which is basically print in your book. What we ask, input your age, right? Then what do? We read the age or input age. What is age? Age is a variable, right? So it won't be capital letters. Then what do? After inputting the age, we check a condition, right? If it is less than 30, less than 18 or greater than 18. So we do if age less than or equal to, because you can drive a car once you're 18, equal to 18, then, and give more indentation because the next line starts after this then, right? Then output, you can drive a car, and then we write else, and because this line happens after else, we give more indentation. We give an indentation, but this indentation must be the same as this. All right. So we do out output. You are too young to drive a car. And after this, what do? We do and if. And what do? As we have written begin here, we do end. This is a simple pseudocode to find out if a person is old enough to ride a car. Now, let's understand why he wrote these things. First, we have written begin because it is a good practice. Second, we have written output because the user needs to output their age in order for us to know whether he should be able to ride a car or not. And we don't input your age. And what do we do after that? We read the age, which is input age, right? Then we test. This is a testing part, right? Then we test if this age is less than or equal to 18, then we output you can drive a car because the user is less than 18 or 18. If he is not less than 18 or 18, then we output you're too young to drive a car, and we end this if and end the entire pseudocode. We also have many other functions such as for, to, next loops, if, then, else, and if, the one we just used. We also have repeat until, case of otherwise, end case, while, do, end, etc. etc. Now, this is when you have a given, you can count how many times, yeah, you know how many times you want to do. This is when you know how many times you want to do the loop. All right. Let me explain case of otherwise, because these are all just loops. All of these are loops except for case otherwise. Case of otherwise and case, or just case of, is used when you have a when you have many options such as one, two, three, etc., etc. Right. So case of is used then. So let's give an example. Let's say we tell the user to output their marks. Then tell the user to then we input the marks. Right. All right. It can also be, sorry. There we go. Input your marks, and then we can read the marks, and then we do case case and the name of the variable marks of, and then we give the indentation. Let's say 100 to 50 is one type of mark, one range. We do colon, and then we give the command which is output, let's say good marks. And then we have another mark which is 50 to 0, which is, and the command output bad marks. Indentation must be same. And then now we have done 100 to 0, right? All of the marks. Now what we do is, if it is not between these, what happens? We do otherwise, and then output. What do we output? Invalid or error or whatever you want. I'm just going to write invalid marks, which means this mark is not it's not between 100 to 0, and then we end case. And of course, we should write begin and end, since it's pseudocode. There we go. Now, what is an arrow sign? An arrow sign is used when you want to assign something. For example, hmm, let's say we have x, right? We want to assign x as x. We want to assign x is y plus z, like in your LQA, right? Y plus z. This is assigning. This is the assign sign. Okay. Let's give an example of pseudocode using it. Let's write a pseudocode. Let's write a pseudocode which adds up all the numbers until uh, a pseudocode which adds up a series of numbers until the total exceeds 100. All right. Now, first we write begin. Then we give some indentation. Then we assign a variable known as total. Now what do we assign it as? 0. All right. Then we check if the total is 100, right? So what can we use to check it? We use a loop because we need to add up these numbers until the total is 0. So we use repeat until loop, which is we use it like this: repeat input input sorry repeat input number, just a random number, or we can also write number and whatever. Input total, sorry, total, the variable right here, is total plus number, right? And then we check until until total is less than sorry, until total is greater than or equal to 100, output total and end. Now what does this mean? Begin and end, we already know what this means. Total, we assign total as 0, so the value of total is currently 0, equal to 0, right? So what does repeat do? Repeat first, since it's top down design, right? This will happen first, second, third, fourth, whatever. So repeat repeats this part of the pseudocode. All right. So repeat inputs the number and adds the number to a total, and until a total is 100 or greater than 100, it repeats these, and if it is greater than 100 or is equal to 100, it outputs the total. So basically it's like this: repeat lada lada, it's not 100, okay, go back again. Repeat, it's not 100, go back again. Repeat, it's not 100, go back again. Repeat, it is 100, output total, end. All right. Now we shall move on to the trace table. What is a trace table? A trace table is basically a table which you have. A trace table is basically just a table, right? A normal table, but it is connected to a flowchart. Now imagine a flowchart is something like input number or n or h, then if h equal to uh, if is less than so h is less than 2, then if it's true we output h, and if it's false we subtract we subtract 2 subtract 1 from h. All right, then we go all the way back to over here. All right, all the way back to here. If this is if this is a flow chart, sorry for my bad drawing, but if this is a flow chart, first we have H. Now the value of H will be given in your question. Let's take H as 10. Alright. So if H is 10, is 10 less than 0? No. Let me write true, false. And you have to write H, and here will be output. Right. So what is the value of from the start? 10. So we write 10 here. Alright, because the value from the start is 10. Now, is H less than 2? No. So there will be no output. Right. So we will keep this blank. And then we minus 1. So the next value of H here will be 9. Right. Let's do this. Let's make this 8. So if is H less than 8? No. So we minus 1. Next value will be 8. Is H less than 8? No. So we minus 1. Next value will be 7. H is less than 8. So we have to output H. So H will be 7. This is the basic trace table. Alright. This is what a trace table does. Now, to give some of your to give some more examples. Alright. Now, alright. Alright. Now we have this trace table. What does it say? First, we have this box. What does it say? N is equal to 0. So what do we write here? 0. And sum is equal to 0. We also write here 0. The next step, what is it? If n equal to less than 5, n plus 2, right? So n is less than 5. So we do n plus 2, which is 0 plus 2 equals to 2. And sum equals sum plus n. So 0 plus 2, 2. Then we go all the way back here, right? Now when we go all the way back here, we check if n is less than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. What do we do? What do we do? We add 2. So 2 plus 2, which is 4. And for sum, we add sum plus n. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Now, if we go back, less than 5, yes. So we add n plus 2 again. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And we add sum plus n. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Now, we go back here again. Is n less than 5? No, because 6 is larger than 5. Right? So, what do? We do n multiply 5. So 6 multiply 5, which is 30. And sum plus n, with basically the same thing. So 12 plus 30. So sum plus n, which is the same thing. So we do 12 plus 30, which is 42. 42. And what do we output? Print sum, which is 42, comma n, which is 30, and end. That's it. Now we have these trace tables, which says stock is 10 and total is 0. So first we write what is stock and what is 0, right? So we do stock is 10 and total is 0, right? Now, now we go to the next line, which is input cell. What is the first cell? Since this is the next step, we write y here. We keep this one blank since it is the next step, right? Next step, not the same step. Next step. So y is this, and now we start the entire thing. So is cell n? No, which means the result is stock equals stock minus 1. So that will be 10 minus 1, so 9. And is stock less than 5? No, so total is 12 plus 1, so 1. Now we go all the back over here again. Input cell, next cell is, these are the cells, alright, okay. Next cell is y. We do the same thing again. Stock is not stock is not n, so we do stock minus 9. Cell is not n, so we do stock minus 1, so it's 9 minus 1 equal 8. And no, it's not less than 5, so we do 12 plus 1 equals 2. Then we do y. Back here again, 7, 3, y, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also y, also y. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last one is n, right? We'll do that later. So we keep repeating 6, 4, and then finally we have 5, 5. Now we come back here. Input cell is y, okay. Is cell n? No. What do? Stock minus 1, right? Stock minus 1, we keep it in our head, which is 4. Is stock less than 5? Yes. So, what do we do right here? We write 4 here. And stock less than 5? Yes. So, what do you do? Output. We output the next step. So, output add new stock. Right. Now, the next step after that is stock plus 10. So, since it's the next step, we write it here. So 4 plus 10, 14, and go over here. Total is total plus 1, so 5 plus 1, which is 6. Now we go all the way back here. Next step is stock is cell n. Yeah, cell is n. So we go yes. We output a total. What is the total? We output 6, and we stop. Now there might be a question. Why are these on the next lines, right? Because when we write a test table, we write the steps in the way they are made. This is the first step, step 1. Second step is this, all right? So we write it one line down, and then this step does this. So we write these, and then this step goes over here, and it does this, goes over here, this, and this, and then does this, and then this goes all the way over here, and this does this, and then the next step, cell n does this, and because of this, it doesn't do anything, right? So it goes directly to the next step, which is output total 6. Anyway, so thank you for watching. Check out my other videos if you would like. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you.